Hello to everyone, and I'm glad to welcome you again on our course for entrepreneur and business planning. And today is our lecture number 3. So I would like to introduce you the structure of the lecture. It will consist of 3 main questions. The first one is the definition of the business idea. The second, selection of business idea. And the third, business model development. So, what is this, the business idea? A business idea is an idea of creating a new competitive product or service for the development of a new or existing business in order to occupy a free market niche and make a profit. There are some very successful business ideas. The first one is the legendary post-it notes are made of plain paper and glue. But the world is paying the 3M company billions of dollars for their idea that came to the mind of its employee, Spencer Silver. The second one is, as anyone knows, maybe this is rather famous for you, the IKEA. Many traditional furniture stores were forced to leave the market after IKEA offered consumers a huge selection of accessories instead of ready-made standard furniture to bring their own ideas to life. As we see, a lot of people all over the world, they use the products from IKEA. This is very comfortable, this is the cost safe for them, and this is the modern also. The style is modern for us. And the third sample, it's enough to come up with the packaging and or organize the delivery of unique products manufactured in our territory to neighboring regions, and you will already occupy your niche and make a profit. So what does it mean, the project summary? Of course, we need to create before we have some interesting idea. Of course, we have to write down any project or a plan of our idea. So a resume is a summary of a business project. Our tasks: to submit a business idea, attract audience attention and interest in your idea. The project summary contains, the first one is a description of the problem and or market niche. The second is formulating a business idea. And the third, our goals and objectives of the project team. The target audience, what is this, our audience? Who can be of our audience? The description of the target audience is drawing up a portrait of the future buyer of your product or service. So, who are they? Who are our customers? Those who will make you successful and wealthy, of course. Now, the next one, the fellow countrymen. It may be the fellow countrymen. It may be our investors who will invest money in our business idea, in our business. And of course, maybe these are possible to be the tourists who visit the country where you are going to create your business idea and to develop it. So the relevance of a business idea. A business idea is an idea of creating a new competitive product or service that can be used as the basis for a new or in the development of an existing business. What is uniqueness? The uniqueness is our idea, my idea, and of course for my area. This is the geographic plan where we are going to develop. What new can I offer to the market? I have to answer, first of all, those questions, and to be beneficial for both me and the buyers. We always are thinking about those questions. The business case for a business idea. A business case is a set of economic indicators and marketing steps that give an idea of the viability of a proposed business idea. So we may see a little scheme where the marketing research are really necessary for us, then our market niche which we are going to take in, and of course our profitability. This is our main goal, main aim that we want to reach on. The business case also may be the usage of borrowed funds or common labor sources or risk analysis and payback period. With these stages consist on our development of our business idea, new business idea. What does it mean, marketing research, and what is it for? This is the collection, processing, and analysis of various types of information in order to make informed management, financial, and production decisions that benefit your business. In the course of research, one or several tasks are solved. One of them, assessment of the state and development trends of the market. The second one, identifying free market niches, consumer behavior research, analysis of competitors' activities, analysis of advertising and sales activities, and analysis of their own activities, etc. From all those points, we may argue that maybe some of them are not very really necessary for us when we start our new business or we start our startup. But I think that if we follow all those points, of course, it will be to build our business more easily, and our further goals would be reachable for us. So what are the main objects of marketing research? The first, this is the market itself. What market, how many competitors are there, and what are the rules of the market. The second one, the consumers to whom we are going to produce our product or service, and are they possible to buy it, and what is their level of income, and what ages and what gender are they, our consumers. And the third, this is of course the product, our product that we are going to sell, and our competitors. This is rather interesting and rather important punct in our market research. The research methods which we'll use during our maybe observation, maybe survey, and so on. The first method is called observation. The researchers directly observe people and their behavior in various situations. For example, by observing how customers choose a particular product in a store, you can improve your product. For example, change the packaging or display of the product. So the main condition is that the observer doesn't intervene in events and doesn't affect the behavior of buyers. What are our benefits? There are several benefits. For example, A, obtaining the necessary information regardless of the desire of the object to cooperate. B, the possibility of observing unconscious behavior. C, taking into account the surrounding reality. But also there may be disadvantages, like subjectively of the observer. It may depend on different situations and different maybe causes when we are going to make a research. So method number 2, this is the experiment. Under controlled conditions, one or more factors are changed and how this affects the result. The third method is a survey. It's a way of getting information by asking the opinions of people. We may use maybe the lists of questions, or we may apply the interview, or just speak on the streets with the different pedestrians and so on. The method 4, expert opinion. This is an in-depth interview with an authoritative person, an expert on the issue you are researching. One of the important research tools, this is questionnaire. A questionnaire is a series of pre-compliant questions to which the respondent gives answers, orally or in writing. The stages of survey may be the development of a questionnaire, the field studies, or analysis of our results. So, the calculation of economic indicators. Indicator number 1, revenue. This is cash received from the sale of the goods and services. The revenue is considered to the sales volume and the price. An example based on a mini baker project. For example, we sold 300 cakes. This is the volume of the sale. Each cake costs 1,500 tenge. Is the price received 1,350,000 is the revenue of our production, of our sale. So the second is indicator costs. The cost of production, delivery, and marketing of products expressed in monetary form. This is the production costs plus implementation costs, and the result, our expenses. The indicator number 3, this is our taxes. Those are payments that must be paid to the state by individuals and legal entities, enterprises, organizations, or citizens. Taxes are state revenues from which persons' salaries to state employees are paid, roads are built, schools are maintained. The choice of taxation system, we have some systems of taxation, and it depends of the volume of our business. For example, the traditional system of taxation, then simplified taxation system, the system of taxation in the form of a single tax on the imputed income, and unified agricultural tax. The simplified taxation system consists of a taxable base income, the rate of which is about 6%, and the taxable base income expenses, the rate of 15, maybe sometimes 20%. So the indicator number 4, this is our profit, is the difference between the revenue for the sold product or service and the cost of producing the product or service, net of taxes paid to the state. On the first stage, we have proceeds, then we should minus our expenses, which we have during our production of our service or maybe the product. This is the cost of the materials, the cost of the labor, then our taxes, then the salary, and maybe different expenses for the building, for electricity, and so on. And in the end, as a result, we get our profit. The indicator number 5, this is profitability. It reflects the degree of efficiency in the use of material, labor, and monetary resources when doing our business. First, we need to separate profit, our expenses, and of course, we need to get the percentage of our costs. And as a result, there will be a profitability. This will be the numeral, maybe less than, of course, 100%. Because we get our units in percentage. The indicator number 6, this is payback period, the period during which income from investments becomes equal to the initial investment. So here we see our investments, a profit, and as a result, the payback period. The last of the indicators, the risk, this is a dangerous event for your business, which may or may not happen. If such an event occurs, then part of the enterprise's resources may be lost, income shortfalls or additional expenses may appear, and in the worst case, the business may be closed. This is a very sad. But I must say that there is no business without facing any risks. I just have to say that risks may be high or low, maybe medium, and of course it depends of your plan, business plan. It depends on the circumstances which you may face on, and maybe this depends of the location where you locate your business, geographical situations, and maybe the I must say, let me remember, maybe from the people who evaluate in different situation and in different foreign country with very different culture. So the table shows us the examples of the risks, the negative impact on the project, and the activity to reduce our risks. For example, decline in demand. The negative impact is a decreased income, of course, for us, and the activity. This may be advertising, promotions for buyers, product improvements, etc. The next example, decline in consumers' ability to play. The negative, this is the fall in sales and the activity to reduce, the price drop, search for new sales markets. So, the implementation of our business idea, marketing. Marketing, this is the word from the market, is the process of ensuring a mutually beneficial exchange between the seller or manufacturer or a product or service and the buyer. This means coming up with the right product, delivering it to the market and placing it there so as to achieve the most profitable product sales with the most favorable customer response. The marketing plan is a document that is one of the important parts of the overall development plan of the enterprise. It defines the market goals of the enterprise and how to achieve them. The main form of product promotion in the market is advertising. Advertising distribution channels may be the television, radio, magazines or newspapers, of course, internet, outdoor advertising, direct mail in the places where we sell out product, advertising on moving media, participation on exhibitions, fairs, souvenir products, etc. Now I would like you to look through one of the example of the small business ideas for the beginners, how we started, how we begin, and
Top 20 Best Small Business Ideas for Beginners. Starting a small business can be frightening. and requires plenty of careful planning. There are many small business ideas which can be beneficial as well as economical. The last thing a new entrepreneur or new business needs is to be found in a financial state due to unnecessary spending. When starting a small business, the key is to remember it is small, and initially the intention should be to limit spending until a profit is made. So let's get started with top 20 best small business ideas for beginners. 1. Yoga center and help people to be healthy and fit. 2. Start catering business for providing foods on special functions, events, and parties. 3. Travel agency. People often travel to different destinations. Travel is a business which is never going to stop, so start a travel agency. 4. Fast food shop and provide quality food. 5. Start chocolate cafes. We all love chocolate and just can't resist it. You can eat your profits all the way to the bank with this enterprise. 6. Fitness programs by running fitness courses. 7. One product restaurants. This capitalizes on one specific type of food and all you can do with it. Sounds crazy, but it makes many millions. 8. Hosted security provider. Get paid to keep other people's websites free from hackers, spyware, trojans, worms, and viruses. 9. Data backup. Help others to back up all their data so they can retrieve it later if need be. 10. Surveillance camera. These are a hot item these days to be selling. With all the crazy people out there, today every business can use one. 11. Start a massage business. 12. Home improvement and handyman services. 13. Children's educational programs and services. 14. Software products and application development. 15. Consulting services. This is another one of the top business ideas. If you already have work experience, this is a great area where you can start your business. If you have knowledge of other firms unrelated to yours, you can expand your consulting services and even learn from each. That way, you can cash in more. 16. Selling car and machinery spare parts. 17. Professional car washing business. This can be a good business if you choose big cities and towns where you will be able to find a number of good cars. 18. Internet connection provider service. You can provide fast internet connection at affordable monthly rates and manage it well enough to make tons of money. 19. Start a furniture business by hiring a carpenter. 20. Pure water production and sell as sachet, bagged, or bottled water. The internet is a great resource for small business ideas. Thousands of people have great ideas for a business venture, but require assistance getting the ball rolling. Fortunately, there is plenty of help available for new and aspiring entrepreneurs. There are government websites that contain valuable small business ideas. So check out and get more business ideas. Also, share your own business ideas below in the comment box.
So let's move forward. The third, our question is the business model development. Any business model has four elements. In the center of the triangle is the client, who. The first corner of the triangle is a value proposition, what. The second one, value chain, how. And the third corner is a mechanism for attracting profit, why. So this is the picture how it is demonstrated, all those questions in one circle, and we may see here the triangle with three corners. And of course, in the center of our Business model, this is the customer. That means our value, what we are going to sell, to produce, to achieve, and to create. So in the highest corner, this is a value proposition, and as we said before, the value delivery configuration and creating logic. So the studies have shown that if a company improves not a product but its business model, it becomes 6% more successful. 14 of the 25 most innovative companies in the world are using innovative business models. If a company changes its business model, 60% of the time this is followed by an increase in profits. In fact, many well-known success stories began with the emergence of an innovative business model, not a great product. Amazon has become the largest online bookstore in the world, although it doesn't own a single traditional bookstore. Apple is the largest music retailer, although it doesn't sell CDs. Pixar has won 11 Academy Awards over the past decade, although none of the studio's films feature live actors. Netflix has breathed a new life into video rental without owning a single physical store. Skype is the largest telecommunications provider in the world despite the lack of the network infrastructure. And I have to say that all of us before and now, even now, they use this system. Starbucks is the world's largest coffee chain selling regular coffee at the premium prices, and we are lucky because now in our country we also have this Starbucks firm. For example, in Almaty, in the big cities in Astana, and I don't know, maybe in Ataravakta also. So the startup is not looking for quick profits. The main goal is to firmly introduce the business to the market. To do this, you need to find a client audience, determine its desires and values. Many companies fly in the direction of Nur-Sultan Almaty, but each has its own clients. Why do some people buy one thing, other another, and why does everything survive? The business model is what sets your business apart from others, the ability to understand the specifics of our business. And I would like to introduce you one of the successful examples of startup projects. The business model of the low-cost airline Fly-Aristan. Fly-Aristan is a Kazakhstan low-cost airline and opened with the support of Air Astana in 2019. Clients will have access to flight across Kazakhstan on Airbus A320 aircraft with a capacity of 180 economy class seats. The airline's fleet consists of 4 of those aircraft and will increase to 15 by 2022. The start of the sales for the first flight of Fly-Aristan began on March 29, 2019. Who is Fly-Aristan suitable for? Fly-Aristan is best suited for people traveling to the cities of Kazakhstan for a short time without luggage. Those are workers on business trips, students who fly home on vacation, and others who prefer to fly with hand luggage. The low ticket price will be based on several factors. You can only buy tickets online. All flights are direct without connections. Unified economy class in the aircraft cabin. Fast aircraft maintenance at airports. All tickets will be electronic only. Luggage must be paid for separately. And meals on board are also charged separately. The main 2 types of airlines are low-cost airlines and traditional airlines. Let's see the difference between low-cost airlines and traditional airlines in the table. So in the first column, we have the elements, and the second and the third, this is low-cost airline and traditional airline. Let's look at some of them. The brand. Low cost, so they have only one brand. This is low price. But traditional, they have extensive brands, price and service and so on. So the prices for low cost, simple price structure. For traditional airlines, this is the complex price structure. So the spread through internet for low costs, but for traditional, this is possible to buy a ticket directly, order to in tourist agencies, or just the same or from the internet. So what about the check-in? Check-in for low cost is without a ticket because you may print at home or in your office personally. But for traditional airline, we have a ticket, and without ticket, print out from the internet. We have two different choices. As for airport, to which routes are opened for low cost, they are minor, and of course, for traditional airlines, they are basic. And the system of routes for low cost, point to point, and for traditional, this is hub and spoke. So now I would like to introduce you a very interesting business model, as we name it Canvas. What does it mean? I may say that 9 those points of our business model, this is like our business plan, because all those points, all those subjects are printed or write down with ourselves when we create our business plan. So here in the center of our business canvas, this is our value propositions. They're free to play, mindless entertainment, and social interaction. When after this we have the customer segments, of course, for whom we will sell our product or service. This our advertisers, casual gamers, and so on. Then after this, we have the channels through which we will sell or distribute our product. This is maybe the Facebook, Zinga Live coming soon. Now we don't have it already, but Facebook we have, or maybe some other social networks, not only the Facebook. Then the customer relationships, the customer support, and the forums on Zynga.com, Zynga Facebook page, and so on. Then the key activities, this is the game creation process, our customer support, maintaining existing games. Our key resources, this may be the game designers, the artists, developers, testers, and so on. And of course, our key partners. There may be Facebook, PayPal, MX, advertisers, McDonald's, and 11 Target, Best Buy, Game Shop, and so on. Any of them, a lot of them. And in the bottom of our canvas, we have 2 blocks, like a cost structure. This is usual costs of operating a business, rent, salaries, etc. Then new game ideas, maintenance, acquisition of competitors, generating fresh contacts for existing games, and promotion events. And the second block, this is the revenue streams. How we will get our money with and in what way, through what devices. This may be the traditional advertising revenues, revenue from advertiser sponsored offers, lead generation, in-app virtual goods sales. So now you will see an example how to create your business model.
This is the business model canvas. It's just what Beth and Carl will need to craft a powerful business model, and it can do the same for you. Let's dive in and see how it works. There are 9 essential building blocks that make up any business model. When you get all 9 blocks working together, you'll have answered the fundamental questions any business model must solve. We'll start here with customer segments. These are all the people or organizations for which you're creating value. For each segment, you have a specific value proposition. These are the bundles of products and services that create value for your customers. Channels describe through which touchpoints you're interacting with customers and delivering value. The customer relationships outline the types of relationships you're establishing with your customers and how you're acquiring and retaining them. Pricing mechanisms through which your business model captures value are documented under revenue streams. The key resources show which assets are indispensable in your business model, so you can describe the infrastructure you need to create, deliver, and capture value. The key activities show which things you need to be able to perform well. The key partners show who can help you leverage your business model, since you won't own all key resources yourself, nor will you perform all key activities. Once you understand your business model's infrastructure, you'll also have an idea of its cost structure. Any business model can be mapped this way: 9 building blocks working to reinforce and strengthen each other. But before you make a model for yourself, it helps to see what a breakthrough business model looks like in action, like this one. Low-cost airlines revolutionized air travel thanks to their disruptive business model. Let's first look at their value proposition. A low-cost airline offers ultra-cheap flights to their main customer segment, budget travelers, by adopting a no-frills policy. And this leads to additional revenue streams, because customers pay for their ticket and additional fees on items like food and drink, priority boarding, and luggage. The airlines save even more money through their choice of channels, selling only through call centers and the internet, making for efficient, if not always convenient, customer relationships that are automated and often impersonal. Okay, that covers the right side of the canvas, the part everyone can see. The left side of the canvas is what's going on backstage. Like their choice of key resources, they reduce maintenance and training costs by using a single aircraft model for the whole fleet. And they only fly to cheap airports where it's cost efficient to land, or where they even get paid to touch down. Planes that do land have quick turnarounds, so they get back in the air earning money as quickly as possible. And they form key partnerships with others in the travel industry, like car rental, hotel, and insurance companies. Finally, under cost structures, all maintenance, training, airport, and call center costs are trimmed to their lowest levels. All of these pieces working together make their fares almost impossible for traditional airlines to compete with. There's nothing superior about these airlines except their business model. They're reaching an entirely new segment of travelers out of reach for traditional airlines. Cutting out costs is pretty exciting, right? But wait, just because it's successful for discount airlines doesn't mean it will work for your idea. Luckily, the business model canvas allows you to iterate many models and test them quickly. Let's get started with your own business idea.
So let's discuss each of those 9 blocks. The first one is our value propositions, and we should answer here in this block for the next questions. What value do we provide to the user? What are the gaps we are solving? What needs to do safety? What do we offer to each user segment? And the main characteristics are, this is the novelty, optimization, does the job right, our price, reduce costs, reducing risks, the convenience of use, the availability, and of course the design. The next block is the customer segments. And here are the questions. Who are you creating your product for? Who are your maintain clients? What criteria should be used to divide into segments? Different distribution channels, different levels of profitability from clients, different principle of attraction, different type of relationship, and use different company products. Usually, they are divided by mass market, niche market, diversification, multilateral platforms, for example, marketplace. The next one is our channels. What channels do we work with our user segments through? Which channels work best? Which channels have the best value for money? What channels are we working through now? How are they integrated with the rest of the business model? And the stages of working with the channels, the first, there are 5 of them. The first one, this is the awareness, how we educate people about our company, and its products. The second one, evaluation, how we help clients evaluate our offer. The selling, how we sell products to a customer. The delivery, how we deliver our value proposition to the customer. And the last one, support, how we support the customer after the sale of the product. The next one is the customer relationships. The block which discuss the next questions. What type of relationship should be established? Should you establish with each user segment? Which ones have we installed so far? How expensive are they? How are they integrated with the rest of the business model? And for instance, the personal support, self-service, automated service, community, and co-creation of the content. So the revenue streams covers the questions, what are customers willing to pay for? What are they already paying for? How do they pay? How would you like them to pay? What is the ratio of each channel to profit to total profit? And the key resources. The key resources answers the questions, what resources does our value proposition require? Distribution channels, customer relationships, and channels have arrived. Key partners. Who are our partners? Who are your suppliers? What resources do we receive from partners, and what kind of work do partners do? The key activities. What action does the value proposition require? What actions does customer relationship require? What actions do the distribution channels require? What actions do profit channels require? And what actions do partners require? So, in the end of our lecture, I would like you to remember and to answer the next questions. The questions as the definition of the term business idea. The second one, what are the objects of market research? Reveal the rules for choosing ideas for business. What the elements the business model consists of? Those four questions, the main questions, are concerned to our lecture. And the literature where you may read or look through. This is the literature from the internet site, especially our videos that you have looked through. So I would glad to see you next our lecture, and good luck. If you have any questions, please write in my email. Bye.